Yo, shalom, family. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to another episode, you guys, of Dabarim, where we go over Hebrew uh, words, language, uh, issues about the culture, everything, anything that got to do with the Hebrew culture. That's what we're talking about, man. That's what we're talking about. Hebrew culture issues, Hebrew culture. You feel? Yeah. You already knew, man. We got the wicks, man. I'm about to let them things out, baby. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna make sure I edit that out. Gotta get that right. But anyway, like I said, Davarin all about again the language, the culture, the people. So we talked a little bit about what Davarim is about. Scripture Research Institute, the building blocks of Scripture. The Hebrew words, and therefore by extension, the language are important. That's what make up the scrolls. That's what people study, and that is the foundation of the culture. We assembled to hear the word being read since the days of Moses, right? And these things we have to understand, as Hebrews. All right, period. First, with that being said, understanding Hebrew words, language, culture. Before you can do that, the building blocks or prerequisites is to understand the Aleph or the Alphabet. And again, in the Hebrew culture, we fortunate to have this thing written and have our forefathers understood this from the beginning, right? And only few families on the earth that really have passed this information down, right, generation after generation, which is amazing. It's nothing short of amazing. So it's beautiful. So with that being said, let's get what we want to do today is start off our breakdowns or deep dive and study research into the alphabet character by character. It's 22 characters in the Hebrew alphabet, and we're gonna start with the first one, the most important one, as you heard me say and speak, allude to, um, this Hebrew alphabet, which is the phonetic predecessor to what we call the alphabet, right? The most important part of the word is the Aleph or the Alpha or the Alaph, and that is the first character of the Hebrew language. So today we're gonna break that down. Very important character. The beginning and end, as we like to say, the Alpha and Omega, right? The Alpha is the first, the Omega is the last. So we start with this very, very important first Hebrew character, the Aleph. So without further ado, let's dive into our research for the day, right? So today we're gonna be talking about this right here. Again, the Aleph, and the Aleph is what it's all about, man. It's all about the Aleph. So Aleph is the first letter of the alphabet, and again we see it's spelled Alaph Lamad Pa. And so again, this gives the sound of the A as in what. The ancient form is pictured. We got paleo or the original older form, and then we got the pictographic form, which is like the real OG one. So again, it's important to understand the numerical value of this number is 1, and definition is basically means to learn, teach, to utter, to bring forth 1,000. Right, this number Alaph is usually and sometimes has been translated as being a lot or thousands. So that's another like figurative or extended meaning to the word. By implication, also means to be a family, right, of people or things, right, or the taming of an ox or cow. Obviously, you can look at the pictographic form and see how it can relate in a pictographic sense to this name of this Hebrew word, and we can see through definitions how it relates in the other senses as far as to learn, teach, etc., etc. So the point to understand is that this Hebrew word Alaph is the word for the letter A, basically. That is the thing we want to understand. And we also want to understand that with this strong number listed, H, Strong's number H, 502 through 507, if we were to open up a concordance and actually go to those strong numbers, it will list out references in the scriptures where we can go to and read where this word Alaph is translated to these other words in English. So that's the whole point. That's the basis of our study. Again, the Strong's number, the definition, and basically the understanding. And what we just want to talk about briefly is the transliteration, because we see the word spelled out in the Hebrew, Aleph Lamah Pa, and we see it written in the English. Alaph obviously is represented by the A character, or the character A in the English language. The Lamad is represented by the L character in the English language, and the Pa is the PH sound, the PH character, which gives an F sound at the end of Hebrew or Arabic words. And that's how we get the term Alaph. And that's basically a general, brief breakdown. What we want to do in the future is go more into the scriptures where we actually can find this word in scripture and look at it in the Hebrew text and see how it's translated into these different words. But this was a brief introduction, just touching on the history, the importance, the numerical value, the pictorial value of the phrase, the Hebrew word Alaph. So it's been your brother Daliyahu from Dabarim, going over some Hebrew culture, language, and heritage today. So catch you guys in the next episode. Shalom, shalom. All right, so let's leave it right there.